headlines of this hour on VTV News. Politburo convened to review the draft reports for the 14th Congress. Later on, retail sector deploys various measures to boost consumer demand. In our world news, Germany tightens security and asylum policy.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It's currently 3 p.m. local time, and you're tuning into 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lilin Lei with the latest updates. Now, on the occasion of the 79th anniversary of the August Revolution and Vietnam's National Day, September the 2nd, party and state leaders visited the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum on Friday morning to pay tribute. The delegation, which included General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn, and Chairman of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Đỗ Văn Chiến, as well as former leaders of the party and state, laid wreaths in honor of President Ho Chi Minh and his pivotal role in the nation's liberation and development. Additionally, the leaders also paid their respects to fallen soldiers at the Heroic Martyrs Monuments on Bắc Sơn Street, Hanoi. On Friday morning, under the leadership of General Secretary and State President Tô Lâm, the Politburo and Secretariat reviewed draft reports for the 14th Congress. The reports include the political report and a summary report on 40 years of socialist renovation. The General Secretary and State President praised the thorough preparation of the drafts and stressed that the political report should reflect core viewpoints and values from the past, present, and future. He emphasized the importance of integrating the results of 55 years of implementing Ho Chi Minh's testament and adhering to three key principles: steadfastness and innovation, inheritance and development, and a balanced approach between theory and practice. The Politburo endorsed the summary of 40 years of innovation and called for a clear understanding of the new context to drive further progress. General Secretary Tô Lâm urged relevant agencies to incorporate feedback and finalize the documents for the 10th plenum of the 13th Party Central Committee. Also, on the occasion of the 79th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day on September the 2nd, a groundbreaking ceremony for the National Exhibition and Fair Center was held on Friday morning in Đông Anh District, Hanoi. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended the event. Invested by Vingroup and covering 90 hectares, the center will be among the world's top 10 largest exhibition venues. It aims to host major international trade events and exhibitions similar to expo models in Dubai, Frankfurt, and Milan. The center will also serve as a key platform for global business networking and trade promotion. Additionally, it is expected to be a prominent architectural landmark capable of hosting significant international events. To ensure effective use of the center, Hanoi will accelerate infrastructure development, including new bridges and urban railways, to improve connectivity and support the capital's development into a cultural, civilized, modern city. To commemorate the 55th anniversary of President Ho Chi Minh's testament and his passing, the President Ho Chi Minh Relic Site and the Presidential Palace launched a national exhibition titled President Ho Chi Minh's Testament, Values, and Everlasting Vitality on Friday morning. Featuring over 200 documents, images, and charts, the exhibition is divided into three sections: Ho Chi Minh's life and revolutionary career, the creation and key content of his testament, and its impact over the past 55 years. After the exhibition, the content will be compiled into a video and made available on the Ho Chi Minh Relic Site's website. The exhibition will be open to visitors until September the 30th. A book exhibition marking the 55th anniversary of President Ho Chi Minhs' testament opened on Friday morning, featuring nearly 3,000 books and documents on his life, career, ideology, and the testament itself. The exhibition's centerpiece is a display of 5 national treasures: Revolutionary Path, Prison Diary, Call for National Resistance, Call for Compatriots and Soldiers of the Whole Country, and Will. The exhibition will run until September the 14th. Additionally, a new library and community book cafe with nearly 5,000 high-quality and new books from various publishers was also inaugurated. For 80 years, the Vietnam People's Army has grown from the people and remained fiercely loyal to the country and party. Their strong connection to the people, titled in their army's name, has given them incredible strength to overcome any challenge and defeat any enemy.
The B1 Hồng Phước underground base, located in Liên Chiểu district, Da Nang City, is known as the base of the people's heart. During the resistance against the U.S., it became the focal point of enemy encirclement. Amidst constant enemy searches and siege, 71 families in Hồng Phước dug 46 secret tunnels to hide and protect revolutionary cadres. Thanks to people's unwavering protection for nearly 20 years, right under the enemy's watch, no base was exposed and no officer was betrayed.
We felt safe every time we came back to the base. We won these battles because of the local people and their invaluable and decisive contributions. Without them, we couldn't have won. We'll never forget and be grateful for what they did for us.
Phạm Thị Dĩ's family dug 4 secret tunnels to hide the soldiers, including several high-ranking officers from District 2 Party Committee and Quảng Đà Regional Party Committee. Dĩ lit this lamp every night as a signal of safety. If the lamp was not lit, it meant there was danger around.
My mom would take out baskets, rice, and vegetables when she lit the lamp. That way, if the enemy came, it would look like she was just doing daily chores. It wouldn't make sense to just have a lamp on. If the light was not lit, they should not return. When the cadres arrived home, the light was turned off.
Right in the heart of the danger zone, this secret base remains a safe place. For nearly 2 decades, the B1 Hồng Phước was where several main forces and local troops from Quảng Đà, Hòa Vang, and Da Nang launched attacks. Notable ones included attacks on the Liên Chiểu fuel depot, Thanh Vinh artillery base, the Bao Mac rare logistics depot, and Hoa Lu base. These victorious battles showed the deep bond between the people and soldiers during the resistance.
And before we move on to the next part of the bulletin, let's have a look at the exchange rate between the Vietnam dong and some world currencies in today's market. Coming up next on VTV News, retail sector deploys various measures to boost consumer demand. And later on, Vietnam wins 5 medals at International Olympiad on Astronomy and Astrophysics. Now, welcome back to VTV News Live. Vietnam's agricultural, forestry, and fishery exports totaled over $40 billion as of August, a nearly 19% increase from the same period last year. In August alone, exports reached $5.5 billion. Key export commodities have included vegetables, rice, cashew nuts, and coffee, with vegetables and fruits leading at approximately $4 billion. The sector's trade surplus stands at nearly $12 billion, up 68% from last year, with wood, coffee, vegetables, rice, and shrimp being the main contributors. As the year-end approaches, opportunities abound for export in both agriculture and aquaculture. The two industries are speeding up production to meet export orders. Aquaculture, in particular, is ramping up trade promotion efforts to reach its $10 billion export goal for this year.
These products are being exported to markets such as the US and EU. Nevertheless, companies continue to showcase their products at exhibitions to find more potential customers. Previous experiences show that trade promotion events often lead to more successful contract signings.
Currently, many foreign customers have placed orders with our company. Our task is to prepare raw materials and increase production time to fulfill all orders by the end of this year.
Amid global economic downturns, focusing on a trade promotion has become the goal for seafood exporters in the second half of this year. They aim to benefit from the shift in U.S. orders and the advantages of increased exports to China.
With higher production and exports, we will reach our goals sooner. This will lay the groundwork for the fisheries sector to meet its 2021-2025 export targets.
Although the market has witnessed positive developments, seafood companies still face numerous challenges from now until the end of the year. The Ministry of Agriculture recommends that companies diversify their export markets to avoid dependence on any single market. This strategy aims to expand and strengthen the domestic market while building recognition and identity for Vietnamese seafood.
Vietnam is preparing for the 4-day National Day holiday starting September the 2nd, with consumer demand expected to surge. Currently, distribution systems and retail stores are launching numerous promotional campaigns to stimulate the consumption of made-in-Vietnam goods. Thousands of products are available with discounts ranging from 10% to 50%, ready to meet consumer needs during the upcoming holiday and Mid-Autumn Festival.
This woman visits fruit stores once or twice a week. She seeks fresh, domestically produced products at reasonable prices.
I prefer premium Vietnamese products. Vietnamese products are improving in quality while being about twice as cheap compared to others.
This year, customers' preference has shifted to domestic goods. This year's consumer demand stimulus program focuses on made-in-Vietnam products. It has been rolled out across all product categories for the National Day holiday, as demand is expected to increase by 10 to 15%.
The company is focusing on offering a broader range of products and implementing diverse discount programs from 10 to 50%.
Transport and distribution are vital. The ministry has recommended that localities assign enterprises to procure goods on a large scale to ensure consistency in product availability.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade noted that the nationwide consumer demand stimulus program, featuring a month-long promotion, will be rolled out across all provinces and cities. This initiative aims to ensure consumers have access to high-quality goods at affordable prices in all product categories.
Vietnam's two largest international gateways, Tân Sơn Nhất and Nội Bài airports, are preparing to handle nearly 1 million passengers on September the 2nd. To ensure smooth operations, both airports have coordinated extensively, focusing on security, safety, and order. They have also requested airlines representatives to be stationed at counters to assist passengers with any flight delays or cancellations. With the upcoming 4-day National Day holiday on September the 2nd, many people have made plans to travel or return to their hometowns to visit family. To meet the increased travel demand, bus and train stations have proactively increased the number of services during peak days.
Due to concerns about sold-out bus and train tickets during the upcoming holiday, many people have booked their tickets in advance, even months ago. Phương, a student in Ho Chi Minh City, is one such traveler.
30 tháng 4 là mình đã biết lịch nghỉ lễ tháng 9 rồi, nhưng mà
I've known about the National Day holiday plan since April 30th. I check daily to see if any tickets have been released because I was worried they will sell out quickly. I was very pleased with the clean, tidy train and its comfortable temperature.
In early July, Saigon Railway Station increased the number of trains, opened early ticket sales on all routes, and offered various discounts for policy beneficiaries, students, and others.
We estimate that approximately 15,000 tickets were sold, a 10% increase compared to the same holiday period last year.
Mien Dong Bus Station anticipates serving around 47,800 passengers during the holiday. During the peak days, the station has added extra routes.
On August 30th, we're planning 520 departures to serve around 15,300 passengers. The next day, we'll run 420 buses, serving about 11,300 passengers. We have also prepared 100 additional permits to best serve passengers during the September 2nd holiday.
To ensure passenger safety, the station has enhanced security surveillance through a camera system. Additionally, the station has committed to regular ticket sales inspections and will strictly enforce legal regulations against unauthorized price increases.
For the first time, all 5 Vietnamese participants at the International Olympiad on Astronomy and Astrophysics earned medals. The contestants, all from Hanoi Amsterdam High School for the Gifted, represented students nationwide in this competition. The team won 2 silver and 3 bronze medals. Despite having only 2 months to prepare, they achieved this impressive result in a competition held in Brazil, which featured nearly 300 students from 53 countries. This event marked the 17th edition of the Olympiad. A Russian woman who speaks Vietnamese like a native and also teaches Vietnamese language and culture to her Vietnamese husband. A Mozambican student who won first prize in a political essay contest defending the party's ideological foundation organized by the Hanoi Party Committee. These foreign friends are not only passionate and knowledgeable about Vietnamese culture, but also have a special love for Vietnam.
Videos of a Russian wife teaching Vietnamese to her Vietnamese husband on TikTok have attracted tens of thousands of views and shares. Married for nearly 5 years, Lilia Kholodova still has to teach her husband, Sơn, to speak Vietnamese and understand more about Vietnamese culture.
What makes me feel most Vietnamese is my love for Vietnam. My husband and I thus decided to make TikToks. People are quite surprised that I speak Vietnamese better than him. Even now, there are some words that Sơn still finds difficult to say, and sometimes teaching him Vietnamese is quite difficult.
I was impressed because she looked Slavic but could speak Vietnamese like a native. At first, I could only talk to her in Russian. Then I realized that we both shared a love of Vietnam. That's why we decided to relocate to Vietnam.
Also a foreigner living in Vietnam, this Mozambican student's most striking impression of the country is not only its culture, but also its heroic history of struggle for national liberation. As an international student, O'Riordan chose to study entirely in Vietnamese. This challenge did not discourage him, but instead fostered his love for Vietnam, helping him win prestigious awards.
You have to talk about the political stuff of that country. I was studying all these issues, all these kind of things. So I had an overall idea of the ideology of the Communist Party of Vietnam, how they strategize their ideas, how they plan their process of building the country. You know, the Communist Party of Vietnam, they put the people needs in the first place. So this is something that impressed me a lot.
Through sharing their authentic experience of life in Vietnam on social networks, these foreign friends are cultural ambassadors, helping international friends understand and love Vietnam more.
I have to convey to Russians the traditions and culture of Vietnam so they understand and will have a love for Vietnam.
This is something that I always try to tell to my friends, my peers, and my mates so that they can see and understand how wonderful this country is.
Coming up next in our world news, Germany tightens security and asylum policy. And later on, Israel and Hamas set 3-day pauses in fighting for Gaza polio shots. Now moving on to our world news, the German government on Thursday proposed a package of tighter security and asylum measures. This move follows a deadly stabbing spree that killed 3 people and injured 8 others at a festival in the western city of Solingen last Friday. The package aims to address Islamic extremism, close loopholes in asylum law, and strengthen weapons regulations. Under the new security measures, knives will be banned at festivals, major sporting events, trade fairs, in public places, and on long-distance trains and buses. Requirements for weapons licensees would be tightened to prevent extremists from accessing weapons and explosives. Berlin will also strengthen asylum and residency laws and procedures. This includes lowering the threshold for deportation when the deportee has committed a crime involving a weapon or dangerous tool. Israel's military and Palestinian militant group Hamas have agreed to 3 separate zoned 3 days pauses in fighting in Gaza to allow for the first round of vaccination of 640,000 children against polio, according to the World Health Organization (WHO) on Thursday. Rick Peppercorn, the WHO's senior official for the Palestinian territories, stated that the vaccination campaign is set to begin on Sunday, with the pauses scheduled to take place between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. local time. The campaign would then move to southern Gaza, where there would be another 3-day pause, followed by northern Gaza. Peppercorn added there was an agreement to extend the pause in each zone to a 4th day if needed. The vaccination campaign would be conducted in coordination with the Israeli military. The U.S. economy grew faster than initially thought in the second quarter amid strong consumer spending, according to the U.S. Commerce Department on Thursday. Gross domestic product increased at a 3% annualized rate last quarter, an upward revision from the 2.8% rate reported last month. Unexpectedly strong consumer spending, even in the face of high interest rates, has helped boost the U.S. economy recently. With the increase in the second quarter, the U.S. economy has improved compared to the first quarter. According to experts, the U.S. economy is expected to stabilize at a more sustainable growth rate for the remainder of the year and into early next year. The World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, released a new report on the Global Innovation Index on Wednesday, ranking the world's largest science and technology clusters in 2024. Notably, science and technology clusters in middle-income economies are experiencing the fastest growth in innovation. More to follow.
WIPO's newest report ranked the top 100 science and tech hubs around the world. They used patent data and research papers to identify the world's leading localized science and technology activities. While there is little change among the top 10 clusters, a different picture emerges when examining the top 100. Clusters located in middle-income economies experience the most robust science and tech growth. The report highlights the Chinese cities of Hefei and Jingzhou, which led with a 23% and 19% growth in science and technology output, respectively. Besides China, 7 other middle-income economies have science and technology clusters in the global top 100, including Sao Paulo of Brazil, Cairo, Egypt, Chennai, India, Tehran, Iran, Kuala Lumpur of Malaysia, Moscow, Russia, and Istanbul, Turkey.
Science and technology clusters form the important basis of national innovation ecosystems, which are not only thriving in developed countries but also gradually rising in emerging economies.
Another noteworthy point in this year's report is China's continued dominance in the top 100 science and technology clusters, with 26 entries. 4 of these Chinese clusters, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Guangzhou, Beijing, Shanghai, Suzhou, and Nanjing, have secured positions in the top 10.
And up next, before we say goodbye, let's have a look at the weather forecast for Vietnam and other locations in the world. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or YouTube channel or download a mobile app VTVgo for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.